Tonight you are about to hear a truth most people laugh at until it is happening to them. This is not folklore, and it is not imagination. It is a warning born from experience. I lived on the other side of the spiritual world, where demons do not hide but study human bodies carefully. Every sensation, every itch, every unexplained irritation was once a signal we watched closely. Your body speaks before your mouth ever does, and the spiritual realm listens. What you dismiss as harmless discomfort may be a message written on your flesh. If you have ever felt random itching with no medical reason, this message is for you, and it may change how you pray, how you fight, and how you protect your life. When I was deep inside darkness, I learned that the body is always the first place attacked. Spirits do not begin with loud chaos, but with quiet sensations that feel small. An itch, a sudden irritation, or a crawling feeling becomes a doorway for distraction. While the mind debates and the heart hesitates, the body reacts instantly. This is why many people feel something strange during prayer or rest. The body is tested first because it reveals how alert and aware a person truly is. Demons study human behavior with patience and precision. They know the body responds before logic has time to speak. A simple itch can pull attention away from prayer faster than fear ever could. In those moments, focus is broken and spiritual walls weaken. I watched how timing mattered more than force. The goal was never pain but interruption. Once attention shifts, the mind becomes easier to influence. Many believers ignore these moments because they seem normal. I once relied on that ignorance to gain ground. The body sends signals before the soul feels danger. When itching appears without reason, it often arrives during moments of spiritual importance. Prayer, worship, and rest were always targeted times. The body was used as a noisemaker to steal stillness. What feels minor can carry major consequences. The truth is, the body was never meant to be owned by darkness. It reacts because it is sensitive to spiritual pressure. That sensitivity is not weakness, but awareness waiting to be trained. When you understand the tactic, you stop panicking and start standing firm. Instead of scratching, you speak truth and regain control. Authority returns the moment awareness rises. Darkness loses access when exposure happens. Remember this clearly and do not forget it. The body is the first battleground, but it does not have to be the first loss. Awareness turns distraction into a signal and fear into confidence. When the body reacts, you can respond with prayer instead of confusion. This is how control is taken back and peace is restored. Stay alert, stay grounded, and never ignore what your body is trying to tell you. When I was inside that world, we never treated the body as one piece. Every area carried meaning, and every reaction was studied closely. An itch on the feet was watched differently than one on the hands or head. Each location told a story about movement, purpose, identity, or direction. These were not guesses, but patterns observed over time. The body revealed where pressure was working and where resistance was weakest. The feet were linked to direction and destiny. When irritation appeared there, it signaled attempts to slow progress and create hesitation. People would delay decisions, lose motivation, or feel stuck without knowing why. The hands represented action and service. Discomfort there often came before frustration with work or calling. The body showed us where discouragement could grow quietly. The chest and stomach were watched with great interest. These areas reflect emotion, peace, and inner stability. When itching appeared, their anxiety, confusion, and heaviness soon followed. The goal was never sudden collapse, but slow erosion of calm. Once peace weakened, the mind became noisy. A restless body opened doors to restless thoughts. The head and face symbolized identity, vision, and focus. Irritation there often came before doubt, shame, or loss of clarity. People questioned who they were and what they believed. Sleep was disturbed and prayer felt difficult. These moments were celebrated in darkness because they signaled influence. What people called stress was often targeted pressure. Understanding this changes everything. When you recognize the pattern, you stop being confused and start being prepared. The body becomes an alarm, not a weakness. Awareness breaks the cycle before it deepens. What was once used to mark now becomes a warning sign. When you respond with prayer and truth, the signal loses power and peace returns. The greatest weapon against darkness was never fear but awareness and response. Marks only worked when they stayed unnoticed. The moment a person recognized what was happening, the power shifted instantly. Demons relied on secrecy and confusion to maintain influence. Once prayer entered the moment, the atmosphere changed. Exposure removed authority and replaced it with peace. I watched countless times how quickly a mark vanished when someone prayed with understanding. Not loud panic prayers, but calm, confident words spoken with belief. The body would settle and the sensation would fade. Darkness could not hold ground where truth was spoken. Authority was never taken, it was surrendered through ignorance. Prayer reclaimed what always belonged to the believer. The mistake many people make is waiting too long to respond. They question the feeling, analyze it, or ignore it completely. In that delay, influence tries to deepen. But when prayer is immediate, the cycle breaks. The body responds to spiritual authority faster than the mind realizes. What was meant to distract becomes a moment of victory. Prayer works because it aligns the body, soul, and spirit together. The mark has no place to attach when alignment is strong. Spoken truth restores boundaries that darkness cannot cross. I saw demons retreat, not because of volume, but because of conviction. Faith spoken calmly carried more power than panic ever could. Awareness turned defense into dominion. Once a person understands this, they stop living in fear of sensations. The body becomes a messenger, not a victim. Every itch becomes a reminder to stand firm and speak truth. Instead of confusion, there is confidence. Instead of anxiety, there is peace. Darkness loses its advantage when reaction is replaced with authority. This is why awareness and prayer erase the mark immediately and completely. Nothing needs to be chased or fought aggressively. Calm recognition, followed by prayer, ends the influence. The body settles, the mind clears, and peace returns. You were never meant to be marked. You were meant to be protected. Stand alert, stand firm, and walk forward without fear. This message was never meant to create fear, but to restore awareness and authority. What once worked in darkness only survives through ignorance. Your body is not a weakness, but a warning system designed to protect you. When you understand the signals, you stop being reactive and start being prepared. Prayer is not a last option, but the first response. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that awareness breaks every attempt, and peace belongs to you.